There are creatures that live such short lives it feels like they only flash by for a moment. They drift over meadows, over flowers, over roads, and then they're gone. Yet they are one of the things that make summer feel the way we remember it. The colors, the movement, the sense of lightness. We see them every year. Since childhood. They are simply there. Like grass, like warmth, like the smell of the air after rain. Something we take for granted. And that's exactly why we rarely stop to think about them. Yet behind those wings lies one of the most remarkable stories in nature. A story of transformation, of journeys spanning thousands of kilometers, of how a fragile creature survives what seems impossible. For a long time, I watched them without giving it much thought. Then I finally decided to learn more. And I didn't regret it. Everything begins with an egg. Smaller than the head of a pin. Attached to a leaf. A specific leaf, not just any leaf. The female knows exactly which one is needed. She lays the egg and flies away. A caterpillar emerges from the egg. It doesn't resemble a butterfly in any way at all. A different body. Different purposes. It simply eats. Day after day, leaf after leaf. Growing dozens of times larger. And then, at some point it stops. It spins a protective casing around itself and becomes still. Inside the chrysalis, something happens that scientists still do not fully understand. The organism doesn't simply change, it dissolves. Literally. It turns into a liquid. And from that liquid, it rebuilds itself. Different wings. Different eyes. A different way of moving and breathing. The same creature, yet completely different. Humans came up with the word. Transformation. But what happens inside a chrysalis is something even greater. It is a complete reconstruction from the ground up. And in the end, from that small shell emerges something capable of flight. Now it flies. But how does that even work? A butterfly's wings are not just beautiful panels. Under a microscope, they are covered with thousands of tiny scales, microscopic and almost invisible. Like roof tiles, but on a millimeter scale. These scales are what create color. Not pigment, but structure. Light strikes a scale and bends in a specific way. That is why the wings of some butterflies shimmer and change color depending on the angle. They also repel water. A raindrop doesn't soak in, it rolls right off. That's why a butterfly doesn't become waterlogged and fall from the sky. 2 wings in the front, 2 in the back. They don't move in perfect unison, but in a special rhythm that generates lift with remarkable efficiency. Aerospace engineers have studied this mechanism for decades, trying to replicate it in drones and gliders. So far, with limited success. But the most amazing thing isn't how a butterfly flies. It's what it sees while flying. A butterfly's eyes can detect ultraviolet light, a part of the spectrum completely invisible to us. A flower may look simply yellow or white to a human. To a butterfly, it appears as a complex pattern, almost like a signpost, nectar here, entrance here. It can taste with its feet. Literally. It lands on a leaf and instantly knows whether it is suitable. It lands on a flower and immediately knows whether it is worth staying. A creature weighing less than a gram. With no brain in the way we think of one. No experience. No training. And yet it navigates the world more accurately than most of us could without a GPS. But there is one thing that amazed me more than anything else. Migration. Every autumn, millions of monarch butterflies take to the skies. From Canada. From the northern United States. They fly south, all the way to Mexico. To one specific mountain. To a few specific trees. 4,000 kilometers. No map. No compass. No one to show them the way. And here's the strangest part. The butterfly making the journey has never been to Mexico. Not once. This is its very first migration. Its parents were never there. Neither were its grandparents. It takes 4 generations to complete the round trip. 4 separate lives. Yet each new generation finds the same place. The same trees. The same mountain. Scientists still debate how this is possible. A solar compass. Earth's magnetic field. Scent. Most likely a combination of all 3. But no one knows for sure. There is only one undeniable fact. Every year, millions of butterflies return home, to a place they have never seen, and somehow still remember. I don't even know what to call that. Instinct feels like too simple a word for something so extraordinary. Now let's talk about the wings. More specifically, about what is drawn on them. We look at their patterns and think, beautiful. Nature did a good job. But nature never does anything without a reason. Every pattern is a message. Not for us, but for predators, for other butterflies, and for every living thing around them. Take the simplest example. Bright colors, red, orange, yellow. In nature that almost always means one thing: I'm poisonous. Stay away. Butterflies that feed on toxic plants often accumulate those toxins in their bodies. And they advertise that fact honestly. A bird tries one once. Remembers the color. Never touches it again. But some butterflies use this system less honestly. They aren't poisonous at all. Not even a little. Yet they are colored exactly like their toxic neighbors. They copy the pattern. They copy the colors. And predators avoid them too. Mimicry. A deception that has worked for millions of years. Others do the opposite. They hide. They fold their wings and disappear. The underside looks like a dead leaf, tree bark, or even a stone. Sitting on a branch, they become almost invisible. You look right at them and never see them. And then there are patterns designed to frighten. Large circular markings on the wings resemble the eyes of an owl or a snake. The butterfly suddenly spreads its wings, and the predator freezes for a split second. That single second is enough to escape. 1 second. One pattern. Millions of years of evolution. Every wing tells a story of survival. We simply never learn how to read it. Butterflies have always been with us. And somehow, we've always felt it. In ancient Greece, the word for butterfly and the word for soul were the same, psyche. The Greeks believed that a person's soul departed the world in the form of a butterfly, fragile, light, and free. In Japan, the butterfly became a symbol of the samurai. Not of strength or weapons, but of spirit, of someone who lives fully and does not fear disappearing. A white butterfly entering a home is considered a good sign. 2 butterflies together symbolize a happy marriage. In Mexico, many still believe that monarch butterflies are the souls of ancestors returning each year. And they arrive during the Day of the Dead. Every October. By the millions. A coincidence? Maybe. But it's a beautiful one. The ancient Aztecs depicted their sun god with butterfly wings. In China, the butterfly symbolizes long life and youth. In Christian tradition, it represents resurrection and transformation. Different cultures, different centuries, different corners of the world. And everywhere, the same creature, the same wings. Perhaps people have always sensed that there is something more to a butterfly. Something that doesn't quite fit into words. Maybe because the butterfly itself is a living metaphor. It was one thing. Then it became another. And flew away. I think, in one way or another, we all wish we could do the same. But here's what's happening right now. Over the past 50 years, butterfly populations have been cut in half. In some regions, they have declined by as much as 70%. Species that were common just 30 years ago are now listed as endangered. Quietly. Almost unnoticed. One year there were fewer of them. Then fewer still. The reasons are the same ones we see everywhere. Pesticides don't just kill pests, they kill everything. Fields have become cleaner, more uniform, and more lifeless. Meadows once filled with wildflowers have been paved over or replaced by vast monocultures. The caterpillars have nothing to eat. The butterflies have nowhere to go. The climate is changing, and flowers are blooming earlier. But butterflies are still emerging at the same time they always have. They simply miss the moment. They arrive, and the food is already gone. The monarch butterfly population in Mexico has declined eightfold in just 20 years. Eightfold. And do you know what's most strange? We noticed. Scientists have been sounding the alarm for years. Publishing studies. Collecting data. Issuing warnings. Yet the meadows continue to disappear. The pesticides continue to flow. And each summer there are slightly fewer butterflies than the summer before. We live in a world where we can track a species down to its last individual, and still continue doing the very things that are causing it to disappear. That may be the strangest thing about humans. I started making this video because butterflies are beautiful. I finished it because they are important. They were here long before us, flying over meadows when no humans existed. They survived everything there was to survive. And now, for the first time in millions of years, they are struggling. Not because they have become weaker, but because the world around them is changing faster than they can adapt. There's something I realized while working on this video. We tend to notice things only after they're gone. Dinosaurs? Fascinating. Mammoths? Fascinating. But butterflies? They're just there, flying around. And yet they're still here. For now, they're still here. And that means we still have time. Not much, but some. To leave a strip of wildflowers along a roadside. To avoid mowing a meadow down to bare ground. To avoid spraying poison where it isn't necessary. A little space. A little attention. Every summer they return. Just as they always have. Searching for flowers. Searching for warmth. Searching for the same things they have searched for over millions of years. I hope they keep finding them.